In today's session, I have planned to discuss about an important concept that is motional EMF. Yes, in this topic, we will be learning about the meaning of motional EMF. We will also be learning about the expression of motional EMF. Fine. As we learned that in the previous class, that due to change in magnetic flux linked with a coil, induced EMF or the induced current is produced. Here also, due to change in magnetic flux linked with the conductor, induced EMF is produced. That EMF is called motional EMF. I repeat, whenever the magnetic flux linked with the moving conductor changes, I repeat, whenever the magnetic flux linked with the moving conductor changes, induced EMF is produced in the conductor, which is called motional EMF. Why it is called so? Because here conductor is moving, the magnetic field is constant. When the conductor is moving, magnetic field linked with the conductor changes, induced current is produced, induced EMF is produced. Therefore, this EMF is called motional EMF. Induced means here without having any physical contact. Fine. Here is a diagram. Every cross mark indicates the direction of magnetic field into the pole. Since the spacing between two magnetic field lines is same, such a magnetic field is called uniform magnetic field. At every point, the strength of magnetic field is same. Therefore, this is called uniform magnetic field. Say for example, 1 nano Tesla. Tesla is the unit of magnetic field. A uniform magnetic field is set up, and the direction of the magnetic field is into the pole. Cross mark indicates into the pole. Point mark indicates out of the plane, out of the board. Here it is into the plane, into the board. Here magnetic field is coming out of the plane. Okay. In such a uniform magnetic field, I am going to keep one rectangular metallic frame whose resistance is assumed to be negligible. The resistance of the rectangular frame assumed to be negligible. Only the conductor has a resistance R. This is a rectangular frame, metallic frame whose resistance is negligible. It is a good conductor. One conductor is free to move in the magnetic field. The name of this conductor is PQ. PQ is a conductor which is freely moved on the rims of this rectangular frame, on the bars of this rectangular frame. PQ RS is a rectangle in which PQ is a conductor which can move freely on the frame. Okay? Only this PQ has resistance. The remaining PS, SR and RQ have negligible resistance. So whenever this conductor PQ move freely in the magnetic field linked with the conductor changes, induced EMF is produced. That induced EMF is known as motional EMF. I repeat, whenever the conductor PQ moves in the magnetic field freely, the magnetic field linked with this conductor PQ changes, induced EMF is produced, induced current is produced. That EMF is called motional EMF. Okay. Then what is the equation for motional EMF? Motional EMF is equal to magnetic field, length and velocity. We need to derive this equation. What is E here? The motional EMF, the induced EMF produced across the conductor PQ. Okay, this EMF, that is the potential difference developed between the point P and Q due to change in magnetic flux, depends on the strength of the magnetic field in which the conductor is moving freely. And it also depends on the length of this conductor. L is the length of this conductor PQ. And it also depends on the speed of this conductor. If that conductor moves faster and faster, then there will be greater and greater induced EMF. So induced EMF depends on the speed of this conductor with which it moves in the magnetic field. How to derive this equation? It can be proved easily. Let us derive this equation. Okay. For this, we need to use the definition of magnetic flux and Faraday's electromagnetic induction. According to the definition of flux, what is flux? Magnetic flux is the dot product of two vectors, B dot A. B is the magnetic field, A is the area of this rectangle, and that area is a vector quantity whose direction is always normal to the plane. Suppose if you consider this is a rectangle and this is the area vector. And in this case, the area vector and the magnetic field both are in the same direction. If you consider the angle between B and A is 0, then this will become BA cos theta. Since theta is 0, therefore it is, since theta is 0, the angle between the area vector and magnetic field are into the board, into the plane. Therefore theta is 0, therefore cos 0 is 1, it is B. As we know that area of this rectangle, suppose if you consider the distance travelled by this conductor from Q to R is x. What is x? The distance travelled by the conductor from Q to R is x. So this L into x gives you the area of this rectangle. Therefore I write that is BLX. So BLX gives us the total magnetic flux enclosed by this rectangle. The total magnetic flux. What is magnetic flux? The number of lines that are passing through an element area. Here BLX gives the total flux that is enclosed by this rectangle. When that flux changes, when this BLX changes, there is an induced EMF in the arm PQ. There is an induced EMF in the conductor PQ. When this flux changes, BLX is the flux enclosed by this rectangle. When this flux changes due to the motion of the conductor, then there will be induced EMF. Then according to Faraday, the magnetic flux linked with the conductor should change. This flux should change. Then only induced EMF is produced. He says that the induced EMF in a coil, is equal to minus N into d phi by dt. Induced EMF in a coil is directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux. It also depends on the number of turns that are available in this coil. Here there is only one turn. Therefore, we write that is E is equal to minus d phi by dt, because N is equal to 1. Therefore, we write E equal to minus d phi by dt. Now you substitute the value of flux here. You call this is equation number 1. You call this is equation number 2. We need to derive this equation. We have to prove this equation. Then you substitute the value of flux here. What you get? You get that EMF is equal to minus sign I am writing d, and the value of flux is dLx divided by dt. As we know that magnetic field is constant. A constant uniform magnetic field is set up here in this area. Magnetic field is constant. Even this L is constant. But X keep on changing. X only changing. As the conductor moves, X increases. So E is equal to minus B and L are independent on time. They are constant. What is dependent here? X is depending on time as it changes. Therefore, we can write that dx by dt. So E is equal to minus BL. As we know that dx by dt is minus V. Rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Rate of change of displacement is called velocity. And negative sign is because of Lenz's law. The direction of induced EMF, always opposes the change in flux. Therefore, negative sign has come by Lenz's law. So E is equal to dLV. We have proved this. This is the derivation of motional EMF. Okay, so this completes derivation. Now let me try to solve a numerical. Let us solve a numerical. How to solve a numerical? Suppose we have a jet plane. Jet plane is moving with a speed of 1800 kilometers. We have a jet plane. We have a jet plane. Okay, this is a jet plane. This is moving with a speed of 1800 kilometers per hour. The speed of aeroplane. And as we know that whenever the aeroplane is moving, the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field changes. This is what? The vertical component of Earth's magnetic field, PV. As we know that B, this is B, and this is BV, and this is BH. B is resolved into two components, horizontal component and vertical component. The vertical component of Earth's magnetic field is linking with the aeroplane, changes, therefore induced EMF is produced in the aeroplane. That EMF is motional EMF because the aeroplane is a conductor and it is moving in the magnetic field, therefore the EMF we call it is motional EMF. The induced EMF produced in the aeroplane is motional EMF because due to motion of the conductor, due to motion of the aeroplane, the magnetic flux, that is a vertical component of the Earth's magnetic field, linked with the aeroplane changes. Therefore, EMF is generated, which we call it is induced EMF. Okay, then what is the required formula here? What is the required formula? The required formula for this one is not BLV, it is E is equal to BVLV. BV, because B is the total Earth's magnetic field. B is the total Earth's magnetic field. But here, for the aeroplane, the vertical component is linked with the aeroplane changes, therefore induced EMF is produced. Therefore, we should take here BVLV, vertical component. Then what is this L? L is the length of span, length of the wings, length of these wings. Okay, let us take the length of these wings of the aeroplane is 25 meter. Length, that is L. The length of wings of the aeroplane is 25 meter. The speed of the aeroplane is 1800 kilometer. We know the speed, we know L, but we don't know BV. But we need to substitute the value of BV. As we know that B, V by B is equal to sine delta. Here it is given, in this numerical it is given that the angle of dip is 30 degree. Aeroplane is moving at a place where the angle of dip is 30 degree. In the numerical it is given. The speed of the aeroplane is 1800 km per hour. The length of the wings is 25 meter and the aeroplane is moving at a location where the angle of dip is 30 degree. What is angle of dip? The angle between BH and P. Fine. Suppose you substitute that value here, B into sine delta. It is given that the Earth's magnetic field at that location is 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 watt. That is 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. The Earth's magnetic field at the location where the aeroplane is moving. 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla into sine of delta, that is sine of 30 degree. So we can write that 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 sine 30 is 1 by 2. So this will be 5 by 2 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. What is this? This is the vertical component of the Earth's magnetic field, which is linked to the aeroplane changes. And because of this magnetic field linked to the aeroplane changes, induced EMF is produced in the aeroplane. Therefore, induced EMF is equal to BV. What is BV here? 5 by 2 into 10 raised to minus 4, and the length is the length of this wings is 25 meter and the speed is 1800 km per hour. You need to multiply it by 10 by 36. 10 by 36, because we need to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. Meter per second. So now here it is 5 by 2 into 25 into 2 5s are 2 18s are 18 1s are 18 hundreds are. So we can write that 100 into 5, 500 into 10 raised to minus 4. Okay, this you can do. 25 5s are 125. 125 into 500 divided by 2 into 10 raised to minus 4, and 500 by 2 is 250. So 125 into 250 into 10 raised to minus 4. This comes around 3.5 14 volt. It comes around 3.14 volt. Nearly 3.14. We need to do it. Okay. 250 into 1.125 we have to multiply. We get some voltage. It may be approximately 3.14. We need to calculate that. So this is about motional EMF. Okay. We need to calculate one more EMF, that is called rotational EMF. That's whenever the metallic conductor linked with a ring changes, the induced EMF is produced. That is called rotational EMF. Here EMF is generated due to linear motion of the conductor. There the EMF will be generated due to rotational motion of the conductor. Let us see that part now. Now you can see here is a magnetic field. Here is a uniform magnetic field. This is a uniform magnetic field in which a metallic ring is kept, which is having circular shape, and this is the center of the ring, and this is the conductor. The conductor is free to move on the rim of the ring, which will have a rotational motion. When the conductor moves in the circular path, when the conductor rotates, the magnetic field linked with the conductor changes. Induced EMF is produced in the conductor, which we call it is rotational EMF. The length of this one is equal to radius. This is equal to radius. The diameter is 2 pi r. Okay. Due to rotational motion of the conductor, the magnetic field linked with the conductor changes. Due to rotational motion, like this, the conductor is moving, and because of that rotational motion, the induced EMF is produced in the conductor. Rotational EMF. Whenever this is rotating, due to its rotational motion, the magnetic flux linked with the conductor changes. Induced EMF is produced in this conductor, rotational EMF. How to calculate rotational EMF? Rotational EMF, what is the formula we need to derive? Yeah, let us see that. Let us derive a formula for rotational EMF. So as we know that, suppose this conductor, it moves a small distance. It appears to be a linear motion for a small distance. So we write that for a small distance, the induced EMF is equal to B, V and dl. dl means we can take here dr. What is that? Here, a small induced EMF produced in the small length. Total length is L. L and R are same. The length of conductor is L, which is equal to radius. Okay, L is equal to R. Okay, due to small change in magnetic field, what is the induced EMF there? D is a small induced EMF produced in the small length dr, due to change in magnetic flux. It appears for a small distance, it appears to be a linear motion. Suppose you wish to calculate the total induced EMF in this conductor due to one complete rotation. D is the small induced EMF in the small length dr. What is the total induced EMF produced in the entire length due to one complete rotation. For that we need to take integration. dE is equal to integration of dV into dr. Okay, right from 0 to r. 0 to r here. This is 0, this r. How much induced EMF is produced here? Integration of d is E. B you keep it outside. V is equal to r omega into dr. As we learned that linear velocity is equal to radius into angular velocity. If you consider this is linear velocity, this is r, the angular velocity here. Angular velocity will be like this. So this r cross omega will be equal to v. Then this is 0 to r. The entire induced EMF produced here between 0 and r. E is equal to v into omega, you keep it outside constant. R dr, integration of r dr is r square by 2. So even if you substitute the limits also, you get the same formula. You can check it. You can substitute the limits here. 0 to r, upper limit r, lower limit 0. So you get same. B is equal to r. E is equal to v omega r square by 2. This is induced EMF produced in this conductor due to rotational motion of the conductor. If that conductor is having frequency 50 revolutions per second, 50 revolutions per second, that means in 1 second it has completed 50 revolutions. This has completed 50 revolutions. What is the induced EMF produced here? And if this magnetic field is 1 Tesla, if the magnetic field is 1 Tesla, and if the radius of the length of this conductor is 1 meter, L or R equal to 1 meter, substitute in this formula, you can calculate the induced EMF. Induced EMF is equal to 1 into omega is 2 pi nu. 2 pi nu omega. Omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Nu is what? Revolutions per second. Omega is radian per second. So you can substitute here 2 pi into 50. You can write here 50 into r. R means 1 square divided by 2. You get sub 4. This is known as rotational EMF. Okay, thank you.